Alright, and this one has been a long time coming. My generation's Cosmos. And he comes with this little Target Master. It's a little spaceship. Kind of see the shoulders here. Unforgivable robot kibble on the top. And then to transform him, you just flip this wing up, and there you go. That's all there is to him. Arms go up and down. He is actually the better of the three Target Masters. I mean, he kind of looks like a little Target Master. So, yeah. You can flip this piece down. That becomes his handle, and then you collapse this up, and there is his gun. So, I think that actually works more as a better gun than the other ones I have. The other three that I got yesterday, or the other two. And then back to Space Shuttle mode, and he's got two thrusters back here, and you can plug these into the front of Cosmos here. Have them connected if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. The option is there. So I'll turn him back into gun mode. Just like so, and there you go. He's pretty cool. And now we're on to Cosmos. So here's in his flying saucer mode. You can see, I mean, it's just a flying saucer. And it's funny because it kind of reminds me a lot of the iGear one that I had. I would compare the two, but I actually couldn't stand to look at that disappointing piece of crap any longer, so I sold him. So, but they're kind of similar. This one's more sleek. I really like this design. I think it works really well for Cosmos. But there's really no landing gear. You got two little blasters there. You got two little thrusters back here. But there really is nothing in this mode that does anything. So, flip him around a few times. You get the idea what he looks like, and we'll transform him. So, start by kind of pulling these pieces out here, and these pieces out down here, and then you can just rotate these shoulders up like so. You want to pull this waist piece down. It just kind of clicks like that. I know a lot of people have had the problems with the waist coming off, but mine does not. It's got almost like a ratchet that rotates it, and just rotate that around. Rotate the leg around like so, and then you can fold the feet down, and they're just on these double hinges, so all you gotta really do is just fold it down, and it does all the work for you. Take this arm here, and you just unplug it from there, and it just folds down like so, and this one folds down like so. Take this back piece here, and then just fold it down. And then you come over here and you just pull his head out. And there you have Cosmos in robot mode. And I love this toy. It's funny because I actually have been having troubles keeping this leg on. Very similar to the iGear one, but it's more forgivable on a $10 toy than a $50 toy. And I returned that iGear one, I think twice, and got replacements, and it still wasn't any good. So, but yeah, this one's actually, he's pretty solid. I know some people don't like the way his arms are designed, and the fact that he's kind of lanky, but I really like it. I think it works really well for him. I really like this figure a lot. Head is on a swivel. So, not really, it can't really go too far, just kind of a little left, a little right, no up and down, but I'm sure that's all due to the transformation because you actually just push the head in. Shoulder is on a ball joint. Gets a decent range of motion there. It's also on a hinge in there, so it kind of can go in and out too. So the back part of the arm here is on a hinge, but the elbow itself is on a ball joint, so you get a good range of motion there. It does have the waist swivel. Hips are on ball joints, up and down, all around. Knee is also on a ball joint, and then due to transformation, his foot is kind of on a double hinge. And yeah, he's really, really awesome. I like this figure a lot. You can take his gun here, plug it in, and it actually kind of fits him. Unlike most of the other Target Masters, it actually looks kind of good in his hand. I kind of wish I kept the iGear's little ray gun blaster. I'll see if I can try and track one of those down by itself. I doubt I can, but we'll see. But hopefully I can find one. I think that would be pretty cool to give it to him as well. But yeah, he's pretty solid. For size comparison, here he is next to the Seeker mold. So he comes up to just below his chest. Here he's next to the G2 Hooligan. He's about half a head taller. And because I just reviewed him, I'm sorry, all my other mini bots are packed away due to the move that's coming up. So here he is next to Shrapnel. So all in all, I'm gonna give him. I mean, I've been waiting a long time to get a Cosmos figure that I actually liked. I didn't want to get the Legends class one from the Universe 2.0. I did buy the iGear one, and I had multiple issues with quality control with it, so I ended up throwing him across the room in the middle of the review. But this guy I actually really like. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's pretty solid for a little guy. I really like this scale for the mini bots for me. I know some people don't like it, and that's perfectly fine. I know the iGear ones are a little bit bigger, closer to Scout class figures. But for me, I really, really like this scale. I absolutely love this figure. He's the best one I picked up yesterday of the mini bots. So I really like this figure a lot. I think he's really cool. He's a little fidgety getting back into saucer mode. Let me do that for you real quick. I know I don't usually go backwards, but I just want to show off that he is a little fiddly. So you fold the arms back up like so. Fold this chest piece up. Push his head down. Rotate the waist all the way around. And then you take the waist piece here and it folds up. These arms will rotate down like so. You find where the ball joint is cut, and that's where you actually push it down, because you'll see where the hand is molded in on the inside. Will clip in to these little tabs here on the back piece. So do that, and these kind of tab together. This kind of tabs everything there together. So then you take the feet and you just fold them up, and it just kind of clasps together. And to do the same thing over here. And this is where it gets a little fidgety because some pieces don't like to really fit in very well, but once you get it, it looks really good. There we go. And of course, I get it right the first try. Last time he was all sorts of and beeses, but yeah, I really like this figure. I think he's a really good representation of Cosmos. I think it blows the iGear one out of water. But that might be a little biased because of the fact that I went through 3 iGear Cosmos and the quality control was so horrible that I couldn't keep the figures. They're just that bad. So I think that that says a lot about the iGear Cosmos right there. It's just the quality control, it's not present on that figure at all. Sometimes they release really good quality products, but that time they didn't. And I think the Hasbro one really, really defeats it. It's in the perfect scale for me. I can't say for everyone, because everyone has their own idea of scale. But this is the perfect scale for me for this particular figure, and I absolutely love it. So 9 out of 10. I can't give it 10 out of 10. I think he could have a little bit more articulation. As cool as his gun is, I think he would have benefited with just a separate gun. And he could have been just a hair bigger in robot mode. But I'm really happy with the way he is, to be honest. So I'm gonna get him back into robot mode. And I really like the simplicity of these figures. It just kind of, it's one of those, when I grab a little figure, I don't want to be sitting there fiddling with all the little parts and bending plastic like I did with the Fans Projects Stunticons. When I grab a little figure, I kind of like grabbing a handful of them and just messing around with them while I'm watching TV or something, or waiting for something to upload on YouTube. And then, if I've got a lot of time to kill, then I'll grab the bigger bots that are more complex. But for little ones, I love the simplicity of these guys. It brings me back to the joys of the G2 Cyberjets. Lots of similar elements there. So, anyway. That is Generations Legends Class Cosmos with whatever the hell the Target Master name is.